Chapter 1: The CEO's Disguise. Akinwell Akin-Alabi, CEO of Zenith Innovations, a tech behemoth in Lagos, was tired. Every woman he met seemed to have a price tag attached to her, a well-rehearsed act of adoration for his wealth, not his person. They saw the G-Wagon, the penthouse, the designer suits, and their eyes turned to dollar signs. He longed for a partner who valued him for his character, his mind, and his heart. Someone who wasn't blinded by the glitter of his fortune. His friend, Chaik, a close confidant and the company's CEO, thought he was mad. Akin, you're the most eligible bachelor in Nigeria. Women are lining up to meet you. But Akin knew better. He wanted an authentic connection, not a transaction. He devised a crazy plan. He would go undercover in his own company, hiding in plain sight. He decided to take on the most invisible role, a cleaner. A role that would strip away all the trappings of his power and wealth. His staff, even those who saw him daily, would never suspect the CEO was the man sweeping the floors. With a well-crafted backstory and a fake ID, he became turned a simple, hardworking cleaner from the mainland. He wore ill-fitting overalls and scuffed-up boots, and perfected a slumped posture to seem less imposing. He would clean the halls and empty the bins, watching and listening, hoping to find a woman with a genuinely good heart. This was his ultimate test, a social experiment to separate the gold from the dust. He knew it was a risk, but he was willing to do anything to find his one true love. He was ready to find out who truly saw him for who he was. Chapter 2: The Hallway Encounter. His first day as Ton was a humbling experience. He, a man who commanded a 1,000-person company, was now taking orders from the head of maintenance, Mr. Idu. He mopped floors he had walked on countless times in designer shoes, now wearing rubber soles. The change in perspective was jarring. He was a ghost in his own kingdom, observing conversations and actions that were never meant for his ears. He saw how people treated Ton, mostly with indifference, sometimes with a dismissive wave or a harsh word. He noticed how quickly people could become invisible to those they considered beneath them. The reality of his new life was stark. He had to suppress his natural instincts to correct sloppy work or offer advice. One afternoon, as he was pushing his cleaning cart, he bumped into a young woman. Her arms were full of files, and they scattered across the polished floor. She gasped, a look of panic on her face. Before he could apologize, she was already kneeling, a frustrated sigh escaping her lips. He quickly dropped to his knees to help her. "I am so sorry, Ma," he said, using the respectful Yoruba term. She looked up, her expression softening. "It's all right, I wasn't watching where I was going," she replied, a genuine smile replacing her earlier stress. Akin felt a jolt. Her voice was kind, her eyes were warm. Her name was Ifeoma. She was a software engineer, brilliant and humble. As they gathered the papers, she made light conversation, not once looking at him with disdain. She treated him like a human being, a person worthy of her time and attention, and not just the janitor. Chapter 3: An Unlikely Friendship. From that day forward, Akin made it his mission to clean the 5th floor, where Ifeoma's team was located. He found himself looking forward to their brief, daily interactions. Ifeoma would always greet him with a bright smile, sometimes offering him a bottle of water or a small snack. She was the one beacon of light in his undercover world, the one person who saw him beyond his uniform. He started to learn more about her. She was incredibly dedicated to her work, often staying late to fix a bug or perfect a line of code. He overheard her colleagues praising her brilliance, but she was always quick to deflect the credit, always pointing out the contributions of her team. Her humility was genuine, a rare quality in a company filled with ambitious, self-serving individuals. She also spoke to him about her personal life, sharing stories of her family and her dreams. She spoke of her ambition to start her own tech company someday, to create technology that would help people. Akin found himself captivated. Her dreams were pure, not tainted by a desire for fame or wealth. She was exactly the kind of woman he had been searching for. He felt a deep sense of guilt for deceiving her. He was building a relationship on a foundation of lies, and the thought of revealing his true identity filled him with a mix of fear and excitement. He was falling in love with Ifeoma, the woman who had no idea she was getting to know the CEO of Zenith Innovations. He knew he had to tell her soon, but he was afraid of losing the beautiful, honest connection they had formed. That's the end of today's story. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2.